you drop a 28 being a flare metal or a darkness metal or something, this and an autumn with a Gaia charger over, that's an 8,000 right there. That goes the distance. And getting out the Michael obviously is more distance, but if you don't know what I mean by that, let me explain it. The extra deck is a little bit off again. I'll tell you the differences that would happen if we were playing the full version that I just went through right here. Okay. Triple Flare Metal Dragon. This card is insane. I want to say insanely fair, only because it doesn't protect itself from all card effects. I guess, though, if it did, this card would be staple in any rank 7 deck at definitely 1, if not more, and probably not be 20 bucks. Probably be more than that. Just to be annoying, I've got different rarities of each one here. But the main thing with this is while it has materials, it can't be destroyed by card effects. When your opponent activates a card or effect while this card has materials or a material, it burns them for 500. It's continuous. And during either player's turn, you can detach one card from this, one material, to target a Red Eyes, normal monster from grave, and special summon. So, he has a lot of effects, and he goes the distance pretty often. I know I'm catching glare in the Ghost Rare, but mainly, you have one Red Eyes in the graveyard. You're able to make this. You detach one, summon a Red Eyes. Assuming you have another level 7 on the field, you detach. You overlay, make another one, and you detach, special summon the Red Eyes, and you overlay and make a third one if you have that many. Usually the combo ends on 2 of these, something between a Gaia or a Tzolk'in, or a Tzolk'in, I'm sorry, and a Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is well over a game. But I will explain more of that in a second. So definitely 3 of that. In this build, I only have 1 Altoon and 1 Gaia. In this extra deck. In this build, though, I usually play 2 and 2 because this becomes a little bit more interesting with Wing Beat in the deck, something out of Red Eyes Flare, Darkness Metal Dragon, and bouncing it. And you can do more 6 plays. And to be on the safe side, I would probably play 2 and 2 because it just makes sure that in all situations you have the combo, regardless of the situation. But I would normally play 2 and 2. So I'm going to have to knock 2 cards out of this in a second. And they're probably going to be this. Right now I was playing 2 Dragossack, 2 Big Eye. I would definitely cut this first. And probably, I play Lucky straight. I'd definitely cut that for the Gaia. The reason I'm playing Lucky straight is only to out Towers, which is a shitty situation from the start. And that's only by rolling a 5 or a 6 with this and getting it to 35 to crash, or 42 to run over it. It's really shitty, like I said. But on the opposite chance, you also hit one of those effects. It's nice. These not once per turn, so you essentially get 6 dice rolls to out a Towers, which usually works. Let me tell you. But yeah, if you're playing Tower against Tower Turtle, you've probably lost anyways. So I'd probably drop the Lucky straight and a Dragossack for the other Altoon and the Gaia. And the reason I play 2 Big Eyes still is because Big Eyes fucking, like, he gets in there for too many reasons, and, like, we all know why he's broken, so I don't really have to go into specifics. The only other rank 6 I play is the Utopia Beyond, and all this does, you don't care about his other effects. Its first effect is when it's XYZ summoned, it drops all your opponent's monsters' attacks to 0, and he's 3,000 himself, so you can then, if you put 2 more monsters on the field, like I said, if you have any combination of 8,000 on the field, that's game, assuming all your opponent's monsters are in attack mode. If they're not, make a Gaia Charger, and that's why I'd probably run a second Gaia Charger, obviously, also to make this a Gaia Charger and swing over the defenses. Lastly, I put 3 Centaurs in this deck, 2 of which are Michael, Light's Warlord, and I know you're now like, well, what tuner do you use? Or non-tuner, I should say, because we all know the tuner's Labradorite. The non-tuner is any level 6 for Ultima Zilkin. For people that don't know what this is, because I understand if you don't, it's by far the weirdest Yu-Gi-Oh card I've ever read in my life. It has 0 stars, but it's always treated as a 12. That's its first sentence. And the only way to synchro it, and I'll read it exactly here, it cannot be special summoned. It must be special summoned from your extra deck by sending 2 level 5 or higher monsters you control with the same level to the graveyard. 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. Like I said, Labradorite and preferably a level 6 Heretic. Unless you can get another level 6 monster on the field, it's not a Heretic. It can't be special summoned other ways, and it's not synchro summoned, it's special summoned, so once it hits the grave, you can't bring it back with Darkness Mode, unfortunately. Once per turn, this effect baffles me to no end. Once per turn, when a spell or trap card is set to your side of the field, except during the damage step, you can special summon one Power Tool Synchro monster, or a level 7 or 8 Synchro Dragon type Synchro monster from your extra deck. You get all that? It's weird. It's really weird. But if you have this on board, usually it's in defense, obviously, and you have, let's just say Ruby, for example, like dead in hand because you had an extra or you just don't need this, you're like, set, trigger, use the effect, special summon Michael. What's great about this, Michael's level 7, you can continue overlaying with it, but he can also banish a card your opponent controls by paying 1,000, and that's just beautiful in itself. We need, between Sue and Nev, that you have Spell and Trap Destruction, Monster Destruction, but sometimes it's not enough. They have multiple back row and multiple monsters, and you care more about destroying the back row in this than the monsters. Usually you can big eye those and destroy them afterwards, swing over them, because you guys are so good. This out so many things, and I love it to death. Also mills 3 at the end phase, but hey, like, half the time that helps you, because at that point, after you've drawn through your combo, you're just milling your monsters, and if you hit red eyes, you have more plays. The other thing is that with special summons, so again, if this were to die, and you bring out the Darkness Metal, you cannot bring this back, unfortunately, because it wasn't synchro summoned properly. The last effect this thing has is, while it cannot be targeted for attacks or card effects while you control another synchro monster. So if somehow this just ends up being your field, plus whatever else you have, or just this, they have to out this before they out this, unless, of course, obviously they have Dark Hole and stuff, which a lot of people have these days. So I'm not saying this is the best thing to end on, but it does make it a little bit harder if they can't. If the only thing they can do is target, they have to out this before they out this, because next turn, if you have another card, you're setting it again, hey, trigger, effect. That's why I'm playing 2. I'm also playing 2 because this has lived in a lot of cases, and you can live off the synchro engine for about an extra turn, but it's just nice to have it a second one. I can't tell you how many games I've actually resolved its effect a second time and just got in there with 2 Michaels. It's huge, and then you're banishing 2 cards a turn, which is ridiculous. Alright. So that's that. I don't specifically have a side deck, like I said. It's more like testing the waters type of thing. It's definitely a deck I'd work on more if I had more time, but because I don't, it's the main reason I'm not playing it more, and the main reason I'm making a video. I'm going to go through extra cards just in case to tell you guys other things I've come up with. Swing of Memories. The reason this over Silver Scry is amazing, I'm not playing it now because I don't have space, but the reason it's amazing is because, specifically Zolkin, if you have Silver Scry and you summon this, I can't tell you how many times this happened, I only played one. I'd set Silver Scry for this thing's effect to trigger and summon Michael. Well, if you set a quick play, you can't activate it at the same turn, so it's dead. With Swing of Memories, it's not dead, you summon a Red Eyes, and then you just overlay and keep going. That's a really nice card. Swing of Memories is actually better in here than Silver Scry, in this version. Oh, there's the third Sacred Sword. Alright, so extra Sacred Sword, I explained that. Extra Dragon Shrines, I explained that too. Extra Flare, Black Flares, you can. It's not like it's a terrible thing, but you really don't want them dead in your hand, and they're only really live if you're playing more cards like this. You could also throw in the cards like Red Jewel, but in this build, I really don't think it's necessary. It doesn't do too much, and you really would rather not have dead Red Eyes in your hand or dead card the Red Jewels. You'd rather have Sacred Sword or Asar instead. Asar, by the way, if people are forgetting what I'm talking about, is that level 7 Heretic. It's Heretic Dragon of Asar, or Asar, or Asar, or whatever. Other random synchro choices I was thinking to bring out with Zolkin. Scrap Dragon's fantastic because you just pop the Zolkin because you don't really need it after that. Pop another card, or you pop that dead set card you set if it's dead, and keep going. Void Ogre Dragon's also a bitch to get over with. Granted, you have to have no cards in your hand for its effect to go. Most of the time after the combo, you don't have cards in your hand, so he's really cool. Other level 8s I was thinking, I'm sure you guys can come up with more. Obviously Stardust Spark. The interesting level 7s was Clear Wing, Black Rose, though you don't get the special summon, the pop effect because it wasn't synchro summoned, so I actually think Moonlight Rose is better in that regard. Gunner is another thing, but you really don't have a hand, you need to use your hand for everything. Oh, and lastly, if you bring out a Beals, level 8 synchro, if you bring out Beals, somehow you get that on your opponent's side of the field. It's ridiculous. And I'm just snowballing at this point. If you get like creature swap or whatever, you creature swap the abilities to your opponent's side of the field. As soon as something that would cause Beals to trigger activates. So if you have this and they have a Beals and you activate like your Kazi, I know it's really far off of this thing or whatever, or this thing activates to burn them. As soon as I activate anything, before Beals will burn this over, of course. Beals triggers to gain attack equal to the effect damage. Red Eyes then, it's a continuous effect, activates to, well, they're both continuous, I'm sorry, to burn them. Then, because it burned them, Beals gains more attack, which means this is going to burn them again, which means, because it's activated, which means Beals will activate, this will activate, and it's an infinite loop. This will just kill them off until they're dead, because they want to death for themselves. Beals will get super high, but there's nothing that'll interrupt that, so you win. What else is in this pile of stuff? Ceasefire goes the distance, not gonna lie. If you build up a field, but you can stop them, Ceasefire will finish them, believe me. Fairy Wind also goes the distance because of the burn damage, and against crews, you just don't want stuff on the field anyways. I was playing Malcav, but I thought this to be ultimately just way too slow, but it does also give you field spell field if you're playing a slower version. Just random stop cards. Blackhorn's just really good right now. Torrential is just really good because your Red Eyes foes can't be destroyed by card effects or other materials. Emptiness is decent because you build a huge field and then you just sit on emptiness, but you don't want to fuck yourself either. I said Ceasefire. And Gauntlet Launcher and Photon Strike Bouncer. I don't know what that is right now. The only other level 6s I thought of giving a crap about in this deck because Bouncer can burn them for the extra 1,000, but he's not really a huge wall, whereas this will just blow up 2 monsters and then you just swing or put a guy over this and swing, which is nice for game. But anyways, I'm going to end this video and I'm going to make a separate video based on the combos this deck can emulate, which are literally ridiculous. Alright,